public service announcement for people who are buying homes. Be really clear about what your homeowner's insurance policy will and won't cover. One of the biggest questions is about basements getting wet. If you do not have flood insurance, a regular homeowner's policy will not cover you if there is a flood. So if you live in a floodplain, a FEMA floodplain, a lender will require you to have flood insurance, but you may want to get it regardless. And if you do, you have to make sure that if it isn't in a floodplain, things will still be covered. So if you're worried about wet basements or having things damaged, look very carefully into flood insurance specifically. A lot of things are not covered, like your plumbing stack and your water coming into the house from the pipe on the street, as well as your sewer line that goes out from your house underneath your grass to the street. You can get riders with a regular insurance policy, and there are also companies that just sell sewer line and water line insurance. I think that to get a combination, it's about $15 a month. In our area where we have a lot of old homes, some of those pipes are still even terracotta, some of them are cast iron, but eventually they tend to crack, tree roots get in them, you have a sewer backup, and then the whole lawn has to be pulled up, and it can easily be $8,000 or more. So you really want to make sure your home insurance or any additional insurances you get cover what you want covered. There are also home warranties, which don't cover usually major things like that. They often cover appliances, but again, please read the fine print. There's still a cost to you for the service call, and there are usually maximums of what will be covered. So they can be very beneficial if you have older systems like heaters and air conditioners, and again, appliances like dishwashers. But for example, I had a client who had a claim on a dishwasher and called the home warranty company figuring they'd cover it. And they said, oh, yeah, well, we cover the motor and the doors and the hinges and the panel for the computers to make it, for the computer to make the dishwasher work. But your spinner rack is broken and that's not covered. So it is definitely a pain in the neck to read the fine print when you're buying a house. That's the fine print about what your insurance or a home warranty is going to cover. Feels like the very last thing you want to spend time doing, but just make sure that at some point early on you do it so that you're covered when you need to be.